Okay, this is some mixed koji scrap thing. So essentially, it was roasted butternut squash. The insides, like the innards and the skin, after the butternut squash was scooped out. It's got some onions, some garlic koji mix that was already there, like dregs of it, and and some there's some green stuff in it. I actually have no memory. I think there's some dried celery leaves in there. It smells kind of strong, but not in a bad way. And it's got, like a little bit of ginger, just whatever was on the chopping board, really, when I was making this or making dinner. So
What were you thinking when you made this?
I don't know, just that it has to be used up.
So it's stuff in the kitchen that needs to be used up, so you just ground everything up?
Yeah, it's got like seeds and everything, like the pumpkin seeds. Here's one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just whatever I was doing, maybe like, the cores of 2 tomatoes. I don't know what's in
So
there.
what are you going to be doing with this gunk?
Like, I made it last week. It depends on what it turns out like when I do taste it.
Okay.
And no, but it's not done. It's like 5% salt, so it'll be a young ferment when it's done. It tastes good. It tastes like quite. It's got some mushroom stuff also in there. But it tastes like salty, but it's also sweet from the butternut squash. There's like, you can taste the celery, the onion, the garlic, and the bit of ginger too. The ginger had already been in like water kefir, and then it was repurposed in a stir fry and then repurposed into this.
So do you think it's more like a bouillon situation?
Yeah, I suppose it would add flavor. Like maybe if I was making like a pumpkin risotto, or like, I don't know, like this would go well if I made sambar. It doesn't matter actually. It's just like lots of flavor, like very intensely vegetable flavor.
How long do you think it would be before you will eat it?
I would give it another, at least a couple of months, and see. I didn't put any weights or anything on this. I was going to do some sake kasu, but I haven't really done that because it's also fermenting in the fridge, and because there's so much of it, I want to also just end up using it in soups and things like that. So it's kind of like a continually fermenting something.
Would you just add hot water into this and make it to a soup?
That would work. What I would have liked to have added is like a couple of apple cores in this, but I didn't have any. Usually like butternut squash and apple and onions and celery go really nicely together. Oh, there was also a wilted carrot in this, I think. So that's providing a little bit of sweetness.
Any reason why you did not leave it outside to ferment and just let it ferment in the fridge?
I did for a day, but it was getting very active and I didn't want it to ferment too quickly. So, because I wasn't weighing it down or anything, so I just stuck it in the fridge. Okay. Yeah, but it had aerated quite a lot, like all these air bubbles that you can see. So I'm just stirring it every day. But because it's at low temperature, I'm not treating it like a miso. I'm treating it more like a solid shiokoji.